Okay, moving right along, we have a beautiful performer that is love. Like, she's a manifestation of love. Like, she's just so talented. She's so talented. So, also, for everybody who's going to touch this microphone, know that we are live on WACP Radio, 1450 AM. And their FCC license is at stake if we were to continue cursing unnecessarily on the air. If you're going to let one of us know that you're about to cuss or that you plan on cussing, we'll tell them to cut it, go to some music or something. But we are live on the air right now, so make some noise for Taka June! How y'all doing? Peace. There's limited time, so I'm only going to do one piece, and I need y'all to help me if you can. So when I point to you, can you say system? System. Okay, let's practice. System. Okay, perfect. And I'm saying mother sucker, not the other thing, just to be clear. Okay. I'm over hope, I'm over change and other dope Obama slangs. I'm over anger and this danger, take this country out my name. I won't be paying none of its bills, cleaning none of its messes and stimulating economy. At the mall buying dresses, I will be talking about the way they cuffing arrest us, how we trying to survive and all they do is distress us. American dream deferred, oh yes, it's ingested festers, and yet stands it on us while telling the world he blessed us. And we stay falling for it, thinking we were some investors, reaping the benefits of the blood of ancestors, but still be slaving daily for the sons of their oppressors. And yet we only barely be paying for them semesters. Man, Sally Mae is a pimp. If I see her, I'm gonna slap her. I'm telling the truth for all of my peoples who make them after. This is the type of truth you should have heard from your pastor. The college system's a racket, only ends in disaster. They wanna get you in debt, so they'll be owning you proper, and you'll never be a threat, cause of everything they taught you, making thieves and murderers. Bob said it first in this Babylon system. Blood is the thirst of the Babylon system. The Babylon system. It is a vampire empire. Babylon. Vampire empire. Lately I've been thinking maybe I should board a plane and journey to the places that started this whole thing. Maybe start a small farm, grow beef, sugar cane, maybe squash, cabbage, even some plantain, maybe a couple babies, a yard with a swing, walking distance to the water where the big trees swing. With fish in my belly, the mission and belly was the same. Motherland, mother sucker, the meaning of what I'm saying. And I ain't playing, no, and I ain't playing with this Babylon, Babylon system, Babylon system. It is a vampire empire, Babylon system, the Babylon system, Babylon system. They wanna turn you into blinds, have you blocking out the light. They wanna take over your mind so you never feel right. They wanna make you unkind, make you fight, take your trust, make you grind so you never take flight. Own you and control you and dethrone you and clone you and patent that. Use the T to take over your habitat. After that, they gonna act like they originated it. Put a logo on it, tell you they germinated it. Really knowing that's some stuff that they can never grow. They all up in your fields reaping what they didn't sow. This whole system is a big freak show. I ain't paying for the ticket, I ain't gonna go with this Babylon. Babylon.
Babylon. I want that track, sis. Where can I get that? How many of y'all want that one? I want to rock that one all the way home. I got a long trip back. I want to loop that track. All right, without any further ado, we are honored to have here supporting MUMIA and our 7 demands, Chuck D. Peace. Peace. Me with my brother James Baum, longtime brother of mine and public enemy. Like I said, I'm not a joking person. I do joke. I joke with my friends, joke with my family. Today is necessary because we all family here, and I hope that this place of so-called just ice melts down a little bit and pays attention to the people. I like to also put this out, that this is the time to do more listening and following something that makes sense than any time before. We're in an area of desperation. When this country goes into a so-called recession, there's a certain mass of people, especially where we come from in our neighborhood, that's in an area of depression. When this country moves into a depression, then our people go into desperation. I like to just leave some real talk here, is that I do think it's important, as you pay attention to the PIC and also the oncoming MIC, that's the prison industrial complex, like the sister said, and this military industrial complex, and they intertwine with each other like family. We need to pay attention to this real seriously. And then at the same time, pay attention to the quality of your consciousness, not just the quantity. Because we're in a country that always trying to figure out more is better. More is not always better. If you happen to come here today, the quality of yourself is making a large statement to the world. Connect yourself to the planet, people. When you hear people talk about, oh, I wish consciousness rap would come back. I wish conscious would come back. It's already here. It might not be here in large quantities, but it's here in a large quality. All right? I'm not here to be on some, and we're never on those serious celebrity type thing. I wasn't in an undisclosed area. I was in the crowd just like y'all, looking at the stage, listening to the situation. 10 years ago, we made a song called Give the Peeps What They Need. And this song was banned by MTV. Let's spell MTV EMPTYV, because they give you nothing. And then there's the Booty and Thug Network, which originated down the block. Now they're all Viacommed out. But anyway, they banned the video and the song because we had inside the song a line that went, "Free MUMIA and H. Rap Brown, Imam Jamil Alameen." And we was like saying that, okay, so you want to ban the song because of what? They said, yeah, we'll play the song, but we're not sure about what happened with that situation. And the family is saying that, you know, the police, and if you take that Free MUMIA out, we'll play the song on MTV. Well, first of all, I said, y'all must not know who you're talking to. Not that I give a damn anyway. I made a promise to MUMIA back in the 90s when I happened to visit them at Greene County Prison, which is on the edge of Appalachia, because, you know, they could shut down all the, what they call it, coal miners, when all the coal mining areas shut down. What they did is just say, okay, you could just become a corrections officer. In this country right about now, quiet is kept. 2.5 million people are incarcerated, but they've built facilities to hold 5 to 7 million in the next 10 years, people. Real talk. And when you start counting who's there already and who's on the way in, when the people are desperate, they're going to go into the prison industrial complex in a minute. If they're not doing it all right, already to a point right now, people just going to think, well, that's the next place to go so I can have a job and a place to stay with a big corporation on top of it. These are real things. So if I had to say anything, that made any sense right about now other than standing out there, shaking hands with people, and just, I'm happy to be here. Nobody has to thank me for being here. That's just the wrong thing. I'm a service person. James Bond is a service person. We're of service. This is in our blood. So no thanks is necessary. What's necessary is being here every day inside our blood and inside our mind, and how important this is. This is for the sake of human beings. And I would say this. Last summer, if anybody says, okay, what's up with your group? And I don't hear you on the radio. You ain't never going to hear us. You ain't heard us on the radio then. You ain't never going to see us on TV. And matter of fact, if you're looking for us to be on the middle of some stage in the middle of some city, we're more likely to be amongst y'all. All of us. Flavor Flav included. People are asking like, well, what's up with him? Last time he's been on TV, it's 4 years ago. But I tell you this much, he was in the middle of Chile last summer when they put 25,000 people to march up against the Chilean government for educational reform. We was in Argentina for Black Family Day. Yes, there's black folks in Argentina.
Yeah.
We was in Cape Town and Johannesburg last year doing some educational work, and also figuring out, as just talking to a brother not too far from here, is when, people being chased out of Zimbabwe, occupying every piece of land on this earth to try to try to turn it into something else. Make a long story short and a short story shorter. I just want you to just seriously pay attention, because that's the cheapest price anybody can pay. All right? I see the sign for freeing Russell Schultz, who also was in the same place, freeing MUMIA on this birthday. Even if you don't see yourself thinking on these televisions are telling lies to your visions, and on the radio stations totally lying to the people, what I plan to do this year with my man Paradise from X-Clan, we plan to occupy these urban radio stations, because you can't have sewage and drinking water coming from the same river. So the next time y'all look around and you say, well, damn, what's up with the music? Somebody's pushing a button to allow it to happen. And if music happens to be nutritious to your body and your soul and your mind, don't you think it works in reverse? Yeah. Especially over a long period of time?
Yeah.
So that's what the plan is. It's like, you know what? You got to cut the sewage off in order for new things to breathe. Like that sister was up here, and the brothers are all up here doing their music and rhymes and all that. That's very important, because it lays a foundation in the minds and souls of people so they can grow from there. I would also say this. You're in front of the Department of Justice, as they up there looking at us or whatever. I don't know what it takes for everybody to make sure, as long as, and trust me, this is going to be temporary. If you can get a passport, get one, and challenge Homeland Security. Because the minute they start seeing millions get it, because of course they're not going to give it to everybody, and they're not giving it to everybody. You get a felony in some states, you can't get it. So they're saying you can't live here and you can't leave. But if you don't attach yourself to the rest of the planet, people out here, you will forever be a slave in the United States of America. There's no freedom here if you don't attach yourself to the rest of the planet and the movements that are going on. At least attach yourself mentally what's going on. At least know yourself where you are in other continents on this planet, to make your fight right here even more vibrant, because you know you got some back without turning on a damn TV, listening to the radio, or listening to some damn music group. It's a different time, people. The music of Gamble and Huff gave us strength. Wake up, everybody. Love I Lost, and all the songs from Philadelphia. Today, if you check it out, all the music coming out of New York and Los Angeles companies through urban radio, which means that you can call it urban, but you could use black faces, brown faces, but cut the ownership out, cut the accountability out, cut the responsibility out, but you can still use the faces. These are tricks and mind control that's been going on for the longest period of time. For those that know how to fight the fight, continue to fight the fight. Don't give up because you don't see no movement. Their plan is to turn the masses into the masses. All they do is move the M over. Last thing I'm going to say, well, not the last thing, because I'm going to be out there. I'm going to be out there listening and talking, and if that's taking pictures. Whoever thought there'd be a time where you have cameras on phones? That was planned for you too. Be on top of technology. Don't let technology be on top of you. Learn how to master it instead of it mastering you. Real simple. Like I said, if I'm at the age I am now at 51, if I can't teach, I shouldn't even open my mouth to speak. So when you see somebody 14 and 15 and science is coming out of them and truth and wisdom is coming out of them, encourage them. They might be 1 out of 200, 1 out of 500, but get behind that and support that. It's very important. It's very, very important at this time. So we might not even fill up a whole city block or 3 or 4 city blocks where it makes the news, but understand it's the quality of the movement, not the quantity of the movement. Here's another thing. You want to go and attack situations? Don't attack a corporation for corporation's sake. It's like a turtle. You got to take the damn shell off. Find out and identify who your enemy is. If you don't identify them by person, or even like in this country, they got social security numbers, houses where they live. I ain't saying you got to pull a Cape Fear, but you should know them. Anything that I do with this brother right here and people up here, we sign our name to it. Our life is signed to it. Our children is signed to it by name with the signature. So do the same thing for those that might be stepping in your way. Identify them. Don't say, oh, it's us against Wall Street. Identify the people that go there. When we roll on these radio stations, we ain't attacking no damn radio station. We're going to hold individuals accountable because they got to go there from home and they got to go back home. Like I told you before, you can't have sewage and drinking water flowing out of the same damn river. So any movement that you want to talk about, talk is talk, talk is cheap. But if you really want to have a movement that makes people kind of understand down to the spine of their consciousness, you identify them. First, middle, and last name. Because they already got your name figured out. They're already in your house. All right? So this day is for MUMIA. Happy Earth Day, MUMIA. Happy Born Day. But also it is a birth of new things to come. All right? And I'm not one of these people that, looks to the sky and hope and all. No, I ain't that person. I ain't a hoper and a dreamer. And either you do or you don't. If you see the seed of energy and movement in young people, encourage that. The school systems ain't going to get better just because you think we're going to have a revolution to make it better. You have to make it better. You have to encourage those that have the ability to take the time to want to learn. And all of them will follow. So watch out for the Pied Pipers in your neighborhood who are giving sewage to the babies, and not even to the babies, but the teens and the adults as well, who are spitting the sewage in their own living room. Everything needs balance. The world will give you a hurricane, a tornado, and a tsunami, and also give you a brilliant, beautiful day like today. But right now it's imbalance. And culture is the thing that brings human beings, the one race, the human race, who many people, black and brown, been knocking on that door for so long. Knocking on the door, let our ass in. And been kept out. So the one race, the human race, culture brings us all together for our similarities and knocks the differences to the damn side. And with 2.5 million people in a country where the large ratio happens to look just like us, it's a damn shame, and this is a message you need to put out to the world on an everyday basis. Facebook it, but make sure your face is in the book sometime. Tweet, but don't be a twittier. Alright? So I didn't mean to get off on a tangent and stuff like that and start to bring the noise in that way. Because it ain't about me. It's not about me. It's about you. Alright? And don't individualize yourself all the time. Find like-minded people that you can build with and build from. And sometimes, when you say that you love something, know thoroughly about what you say you love. Alright? Just don't say you love or I just love it. What do you know about it? Not a damn thing. So everybody say, free MUMIA! Free MUMIA! Free political prisoners! Free political prisoners! Let's detach ourselves from the nonsense and attach ourselves to the planet Earth. Alright? Let's see if we can name at least, although, we could name 50 countries and then start to break that down, because that ain't a place, that ain't a thing to keep in your mind just because they countries, because they name themselves. I'm a product from my brothers and sisters, people in my group, my community, most of all, my parents. I came here today. I live in 3 places in the United States, so I make sure, I'm working in 3 damn corners of the United States of America. But I was fortunate to get on down to Atlanta because my mother and father at 74 and 75 years of age happened to have their birthdays back to back. So I had to get there. And I told Sister Joanna, I said, as soon as I finish with that, I'll make my way up to D.C. and then I'll drive on up to New York to meet with some more people. This is my life. So you ain't got to thank me for anything. You ain't got to clap for me because I ain't running for something and I ain't running from anything. But I want you to at least cheer for yourself and cheer for your commitment. All right? Because in this country, celebrity is a drug. It's a new drug. Don't believe that hype. That's right. Celebrity is the new drug of the millennium. So make sure that you hold on to your heads, your hearts, your minds, and your souls. Because your minds and your souls are the real estate of the millennium. They already sold up every inch of this physical planet and call it that there's something that they own. But don't let them start to dig into owning your mind so you pay a mortgage to somebody else for what you think. Alright? Alright. So that's enough of me running my damn mouth. But free MUMIA, and at the same time, do your best to make this place right here. Somebody rolling down the shades. Do your best to not have the agenda of big business and this country filling what they already built to host 5 to 7 million people in the next 10 years. That's the problem. They've built facilities already to hold 5 to 7 to 10 million people in incarceration for the next 10 years. I'm talking 2022. Sounds like a science fiction book for many of us over 35. 2022. But 2022 is real talk with y'all. 2022 is like a year when many of you might be into your 2nd or 3rd seed trying to build your family and own a home. And that might seem to be impossible in 2022 with the games they're playing on now. My email is simple. It's chuck@publicenemy.com. If you forget that, you don't need to have it. Tweet me at Mr. Chuck D. And I try to make sure I'm not a Twittier. I'm going to turn the microphone over, and I'm going to say peace, power, and love, and that's true love. All right? And I'm, like I said, I parked over there, so I ain't going nowhere. I'm out there, so I'm not in an undisclosed location, bro. Thank you. Come on up. This is a photo op, a people's photo op. Nicole Bell's father, right here.